Hello and welcome to this video on my channel. I'm AHumanIBelieve, and today we're going to be looking at this sort of fan fiction called the Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles, deciding if this is the greatest troll known to mankind or something that shouldn't exist. Okay. So this is Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. I just want to preface this by saying a few things. Number one, I did not write this. If there are any opinions in this fanfiction, they are not mine. Number two, I just want to preface with a disclaimer. I do not want to offend anyone with this video. The opinions in this video are mine or the author's, and please don't be offended, and please don't cancel me in the comments. Number three, so some of you may have this weird urge to go and read this for yourself. I implore you, do not do it. This is for your own good. Don't read it. Okay, so this is Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles by Proud Housewife. I just realized something. There is a bracket here. I don't like that bracket. So I am going to get rid of that bracket because I cannot stand it. There we are. Okay, so let's read this intro. Now do you want your little ones to read books, and they want to read the Harry Potter books, but you do not want them to turn into witches? No. Witches. I've read the Harry Potter books multiple times, and I'm not a witch. What? Okay. Well, this. Oh, wait, no, okay, it's not hyphenated, okay. Well, this is the story for you. This story has all the adventures of JKR's books, but will not lead your children astray. I certainly hope I'm not astray. Concerned mommies everywhere. Mommy. I'm British, I will refuse to say mummy. I'm going to say mommy. Blessings, Grace Ann. So let's start with this author's note. No, that looks terrible. Okay. Hello, friends. My name is Grace Ann. I'm new to this whole fan fiction thing, but recently I've encountered a problem that I believe this is the solution to. My little ones have been asking to read the Harry Potter books, and of course I'm happy for them to be reading, but I don't want them turning into witches. I fail to see how reading books can turn you into witches. I mean, the books are truly magical, but not that magical. I hope not. Anyway, so I thought, well, why not make some slight changes so these books are family friendly? I doubt these are slight. And okay, I agree with your idea. These are not family friendly. After book 5, it is not family friendly whatsoever. It is extremely dark. So, ta-da! Here it is. I am so excited to share this with all of you. So, without further ado. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Harry Potter who lived under the stairs in a house on Privet Drive with his aunt and uncle. You just skipped over the most important backstory as to why this story happened. I got a voice crack. Okay. He was a good, obedient boy who did all his chores, but he felt there was something missing in his life. Something big and special, but he could not quite name it. I can't guess what this is at all. He stayed up every night and wished for this special something, but then one day, there was a knock at his door, and everything changed. Answer the door, Harry! His Aunt Petunia, a career woman, barked from her armchair where she sat with her feet up. Okay, I can't tell if a career woman is supposed to be derogatory, or, like, congratulatory. Okay. She had short, curly blonde hair and never wore any makeup. What has that got to do with anything? If you're trying to say that she's a bad person, makeup has nothing to do with it. Uncle Vernon nodded sheepishly from the kitchen and put a tray of moist chocolatey brownies in the oven. Okay. In the real stories, Uncle Vernon would never bake. So, slight changes or not slight changes? I don't know. Shouldn't you be doing that, Harry thought, but he was a very obedient young boy, so he answered the door right way. He turned the brass metal doorknob and pulled open the heavy wooden door. On the porch was standing a huge, muscular man with a big, manly beard. How does one define something as big, manly? There are lots of different kinds of beards. In fact, on the screen right now is a photograph of lots of different kinds of beards. And he was dressed in a plaid red shirt. What's a plaid? One sec, sorry. A kilt. He was wearing a kilt. Oh wait, no, this is the plaid. Okay. Back to the story. And he was red shirt, blue jeans, and sturdy leather boots. I'd like to point out the story is set in Surrey. Yes, not the Wild West. We're in Surrey right now. Privet Drive is in Surrey, I think. Is it actually on Privet Drive? No, Privet Drive. It's in Bristol. Anyway, not in the Wild West. So, his chest was covered in a thick, unruly carpet of coarse brown hair. I fail to see how that is relevant in any way. He wore a necklace that looked to Harry like a lowercase t. I wonder what it is. Just looking at Harry, feel happy. I'm guessing it's just looking at him, Harry felt happy. Peaceful somehow, but he couldn't say why. Good morning, kiddo, the man greeted amiably and smiled at Harry. He had the peaceful, friendly sort of face you just knew you could trust. Those are exactly the sorts of people you shouldn't trust. My name is Hagrid. Could I speak to your mommy and daddy? Okay. I don't have a mommy and daddy. Mommy or daddy. Harry replied sadly, looking at his raggedy old shoes that were blue. That's not relevant, mate. It's not relevant. Perhaps that was why he felt so lonely, he thought, not for the first time. Maybe that's what he was missing, a mommy and daddy. But no, that was not quite right. I am so sorry to hear that, Hagrid uttered empathetically. So, uttered? Exclamation mark. No. You can speak with my auntie and uncle, Harry retorted politely. No, that's not how it works. Okay? So, and blinked his big blue childlike eyes. Him having green eyes is a major plot point. This is not slight. What do you want? Aunt Petunia peered out the door with her narrow, suspicious eyes, and she was wearing a baggy, unflattering pantsuit. What's wrong with that? Hello, neighbour. I was wondering if you have been saved, Hagrid exclaimed brightly, and tipped his wide-brimmed straw cowboy hat. Yes, wide-brimmed straw cowboy hats in Bristol. Aunt Petunia laughed a gravelly laugh. I don't know how does a gravity laugh sound? But leaned forward on her sturdy, practical boots. What's wrong with sturdy, practical boots? Saved? Don't tell me you're one of those Christians. Is that what these people think that we're like? Anyway, Harry did not know what the word meant, but Hagrid's smile was the most peaceful smile he had ever seen. It made Harry feel warm and happy inside just seeing the glowing, radiant grin on the kind, friendly stranger's face. That happens sometimes, but peaceful? He wondered why Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon did not smile like that. I wonder why. Yes, I am, Hagrid replied kindly. Are you? Aunt Petunia laughed again and stuck her pointy, sharp nose up in the air. We are too smart for that. Haven't you read Dawkins? God is dead. Dawkins proved that. Would you like us to educate you on the Dawkins? I just want to pick apart the sentence. Not all atheists are like this. We're not all slot holes. Haven't you read Dawkins? That's fair. God is dead. That's Nietzsche, which is this, by the way. This is taken out of context. The full quote is, God is dead and we have killed him. Okay. Dawkins proved that. He might have. I haven't actually read what I just read. Would you like us to educate you on the Dawkins? I don't refer to people as the Dawkins. I don't say the Anne. It's not the Dawkins. It's just, would you like us to educate you? I don't know. It's not the Bible. It's not the Dawkins. What is a Christian? Harry queried innocently. I assure you, this writer is using a thesaurus. Okay? He's just looking up. She's just looking up words. And scuffed his shoe on the shaggy yellow carpet, which had not been vacuumed in quite some time. Okay. I don't see what's that got to do with anything. Christians are a people who want to be good, Hagrid explained wisely. That's got nothing to do with it. And crouched down so he was eye level with Harry. We want to go to heaven after we die. Do you know what heaven is, Harry? Harry shook his head. His big eyes were wide and curious. Heaven is a beautiful place where we can be with God. Thank you very much for your concern. Aunt Petunia smacked her hands over Harry's young ears, and her voice was sickly sweet when she said, Thank you very much for your concern, sir, but he does not need your religion. He has science and socialism and birthdays. Haven't you heard of evolution? I have a very good textbook on evolution that I could give you on it if you like to learn things. Okay. First of all, the smacking over hands, Harry, this is exactly what you're doing with the story. So science and religion, there are multiple religious scientists. Socialism is a political leaning. This has nothing to do with what religion you are. There are many perfectly good Christians who are socialists. I know a few. And birthdays. Christians celebrate birthdays. Like, the biggest cultural celebration every year is a birthday. It's Christmas, right? Evolution is not capitalized. Okay. Hagrid laughed wisely. Evolution is a fairy tale. You don't really believe that, do you? Same we could be said of your religion, mate. Yes, I do, Aunt Petunia screeched. Well then, prove it. Aunt Petunia could only stare at him, and her big mouth hung open dumbly. Here she thought she was so educated and always demanded that Christians prove what they believe in, but she couldn't even prove her own religion. This was then that Harry knew who the smart one was. Okay, first of all, we have multiple proofs for evolution. Second of all, evolution is not a religion. Although I do agree, Aunt Petunia, right? You have a textbook on evolution. You should at least read it. Okay. Tell me how to get to this heaven place, Harry cried wistfully, clasping his hands together. Sometimes the wisdom of little ones is really amazing. We think we grown-ups know it all, but then God speaks to the amounts of these little ones. and shows us how we are all mortals struggling along the path of life. Humility. Okay, so first of all, humility. What? Second of all, this is supposed to be written for children, right? Okay. Although I do agree with this. Okay. All you have to do is to be saved. Do you want to be saved? Saved from what? It's hilarious because saved from the thing that I'm gonna do to you if you don't get saved. So why not just take out the middleman? No saving needed. I do, Harry squealed, jumping up and down. Then pray the sinner's prayer. Aunt Petunia tried to stop him, but she was powerless against Harry's pure, innocent, holy energy. Soon Harry had said the prayer. Hagrid beamed happily. When did he even learn the sinner's prayer? He's never heard of Christianity before this. Dear Lord Jesus, I know that I am a sinner and ask for your forgiveness. I believe you died for my sins and rose for them. I turn from my sins. If I eat to come into my own life, I trust you follow my law. I might again. This stuff. Okay. Okay, so, you're a Christian now, Harry, Hagrid replied proudly. Harry smiled, but then interrogated. What? No, not interrogated. Okay, but how do I be a Christian? I don't know how. Hagrid grinned widely. There is only one place to learn that. Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. Author's note. So what do you all think? I may not be a professional writer, but I think I'm being given the talent to pull this off in service of a greater mission. Blessings, Grace Ann. Okay. Not sure about what talent you're talking about, but okay. New Horizons, Chapter 2. Author's note. Hello, friends. I have been getting so many lovely, thankful messages from mommies everywhere, and I just want to say thank you for all of your encouragement. However, I have also been getting messages saying that my story is bad, because Harry Potter is not just about witches. It is also about friendship and kindness and bravery. Friends, this is exactly what I've been saying. Harry Potter has many good things about it, but it still has witchcraft, so my children cannot read it. Children play magic. It's magic. They say the word witchcraft once a book, maybe? Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, that's it? So they can have all the adventures of good morals of the Harry Potter books without all that bad stuff that is bogging it down. I mean, Matthew 3:12, am I right? So without further ado, on to chapter 2. I believe Matthew 3:12 isn't okay. His winnowing fork is in the hand, and he will clear his threshing floor and gather his wheat in the barn, and with the chaff he will burn with unquenchable fire. So I'm guessing, right? He's gonna get rid of all the bad stuff. Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles, Harry queried and clasped his hand. Just hearing that name, he felt such a sense of inner peace. He wanted to have more of that peace, and he wanted to learn how to be a good Christian. He was starting to think that peace and being a good Christian were in fact the same thing. I'm pretty peaceful. I'm not a Christian. I want to go there. Hagrid beamed widely. He'd been praying so hard to save a soul today. He was so happy to have saved the soul of such a sweet, earnest little one. The poor boy, being raised by two parents who were not Christian, who both went to work and left him with a babysitter all day long. How do you know that? It was a good thing Hagrid had got here in time. 5 years down the line, Harry might have been a drug-addicted evolutionist. What? What? No. Not all evolutionists are drug-addicted, but this word is blurred out, I think. "Don't be silly, Harry," Aunt Petunia commanded, and wrung her long, bony hands. "Come back inside. I will read you about evolution from the Dawkins." You mean Darwin, because Dawkins doesn't write about evolution, does he? You do not need that silly religion. Harry scrunched up his innocent little face. He thought very hard. Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon were as close to parents as he had had, and this was the only home he knew. Could he really leave? But he was saved now. He had prayed the sinner's prayer. He could not stay here, not anymore with what he knew now. Suddenly he knew what he had to do. "No, Aunt Petunia," he uttered calmly with childlike wisdom. "Evolution is not real, and I am going to Hogwarts." "No, no, Harry," Aunt Petunia screeched desperately. "I have an idea. You can have a second birthday today. You like birthdays, right?" "Birthdays are of God," Harry verbalized. That's not even a word, is it? Is that even a word? Yep, that's true. Little real content. He looked at his aunt with an innocent wisdom. "You tried to corrupt me, but it did not work. But I forgive you, Aunt Petunia, because of Luke 23:34. He has never heard of Christianity, and suddenly okay, so Hagrid was amazed once again at the wisdom of little ones. He did not know he could forgive someone who had gained him as much as who had hurt him as much as has hurt little Harry. Deny him the truth? Who could be so cruel? But Harry did not even think twice about it. He just forgave, just like that. Truly, Hagrid gained a new understanding of Matthew 19:14 that day. Okay. Okay. "Do not leave, Harry," Dudley wailed childishly. "I must," Harry said, and stepped over the threshold. "Goodbye, Dursleys." Where the hell did Dudley even come from, mate? You can't give this to your children and expect them to understand it. "Goodbye, Dursleys. I hope you are saved too one day." "So do I, mate, so do I." And with that, he and Hagrid began to walk down Privet Drive. Private. Sorry, I can't talk today. "How will we get to this school, Hagrid?" Harry queried curiously. "If I see the word queried one more time, I swear." "We will pray," Hagrid retorted knowledgeably. Bruh. "How would we do that?" Harry solicited, inquisitive. Okay, look. Harry queried curiously. Hagrid retorted knowledgeably. Harry solicited inquisitively. What? Like, come on. No. You solicit advice. Fact. "Watch," Hagrid said, and got down on his knees on the road. "You're going to get run over." He motioned for Harry to get down on his knees too. Hagrid raised his hands to the heavens and cried out in a deep, thunderous voice, "Dear Lord, take us to Hogwarts." Harry felt himself being whisked away, and in a moment he was sitting in the cool, damp grass outside a humongous, beautiful castle. He looked in awe at the tall towers and the grey stones. What a beautiful place! A tall, thin man with a long, pointed beard and big, wire spectacles stood in front of Harry. He was wearing a brown tweed suit and nice matching hat. His shoes were made of leather and polished until they shone. He had a smile much like Hagrid's smile. So peaceful, Harry just knew he could trust him. A lovely, kindly young woman with flowing blonde hair and a pleasant heart-shaped face stood behind this holy man. Hello there. Sorry, that's just given. So, little one, the man greeted amicably. I am the Reverend Albus Dumbledore, and this is my wife, Minerva. Welcome to Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. Probably gonna have to leave it here for this video. But, so, what are my thoughts? Number one, this is just a hypocrite. So, the question is that I want you to start answering in the comments. So what I want to recommend is, I'll put this in the comments, but don't read it. Because we need to decide if this is underneath Poe's law. So, it's an adage of introduction without a clear indication of the author's intent, any parodic or sarcastic expression of extreme views can be mistaken by some readers for a sincere expression of these views. So I want you guys in the comments to tell me, is this Poe's law, or is this someone who actually believes this, and therefore it's just weird. So, thank you, and I will see you in the next video, I hope. Bye!